Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the healers, and the light bringers of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you and you're watching the replay on my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button below so that you can get all the videos that I'm sharing here on this channel. We are going to be diving into this week's energy. What do you need to know about the energy happening this week so that you can make the absolute most of it? So we are going to be connecting with the messages around that, and there's a lot to unpack this week. So let's dive into this. It's intense, first of all, very intense. And I think so many people are feeling it. I think so many people are finding themselves struggling right now because of the intensity. So part of the message here, first of all, is to hang in there, because as a collective, for all of us, this very much feels like the breakdown before the breakthrough. Okay. And I was just saying this to somebody a little while ago, I oftentimes will see that where people will be going through a lot of struggle, a lot of emotion, really feeling like I can't do this anymore. And getting to the point where it leads them into a breakthrough, a major breakthrough in their life where things change for the better significantly in so many different ways. So the first message here is to just hang in there, because this energy is incredibly intense. We are in between two eclipses. We are in an eclipse portal. And like I was talking about last week, it is significant. It is incredibly overwhelming. And we have to be gentle with ourselves. We have to take extra good care of ourselves through this time period, get extra rest, and just kind of going within and listening to what it is that we need. I think that's a really important question for us to be asking for right now is, what do I need? What do I need right now? What do I need right now? And continuing to ask yourself that and honoring that and being kind to each other as well, because we now have shifted into Mars retrograde. We're in Mars retrograde until mid-January now. This is an energy that can spark a lot of anger, a lot of aggression, a lot of passive aggressiveness. And I think that if we're not careful, because there's so many things that are serving as triggers for us right now, that we can really lose it, that we can really have a stronger reaction than we would prefer to have. So I think it's so important for us to continue through this entire period of time, but especially right now in the emotional energy of Scorpio, in this eclipse portal, in this Mars retrograde energy, that we just take our time before we respond to things, that we're going within, asking ourselves what we need, and that we are being gentle with ourselves. This energy isn't going to be comfortable. And I think that it's really important that we understand that. This is an opportunity for us to do our work. And I feel that energy, because I'm in it myself, of this frustration of, what do you mean? We've been doing so much work on ourselves. This feels to me though, like we're preparing for an energetic move. So I want you to think about what you do when you are moving into a new home, right? When you're preparing for that, you're going through your stuff, you're maybe feeling sentimental, you're feeling emotions, you're going back to the past and revisiting some things. There's a lot of healing that can happen with that. And you're also deciding, what am I going to take with me into this move? And what can I leave behind? What can I let go of? And that's where we're at right now, is this process of going through it. And I think on the other side of this eclipse, which is going to be happening next Tuesday, so a week from today on November 8th, after that, I think then we're going to start to be working on the vision of where it is that we're moving in the first place, right? So figuring out, so if we're going to use that house, that moving into a house analogy, how do we want to decorate that house, and what do we want that to look like, and letting ourselves dream about that. But we'll talk about that as we get to the other side of this. Right now, your job is to go through the stuff. And a lot of the stuff is emotions. And there isn't a way around it, because this is an opportunity for us to feel it, for us to heal it, for us to work through it. And when I was connecting with this energy, one thing that I connected with and heard through my meditation was that there is so much beauty in all of it. So I know this is difficult in the challenging energy, but for us to look for the beauty in all of it, in life, in death, in challenge, in reward, in magic, in miracles, in the difficult stuff, in the lessons that we are learning. And can we take a step back and just see it all, and see the journey, and see the beauty, and see how far we've come, and see, the beautiful things that we have in our life, and even the beautiful ways that the challenges that have shown up have shaped us. And it might not be what we would have chosen for ourselves. It might not be what we prefer, but it's still beautiful. And I think there is a magic that can come in finding the beauty in literally all of it. And we're called to do that right now. That's really important. And the other piece, when I was connecting with this, is I heard, what if the journey is the happy ending? So meaning, we have these visions of what we want and where we want things to go. And of course, that's something we always want to keep working toward, and having goals and continuing to move in that direction. But what if the happy ending is right here in this time, in this moment? And so can we take time to just hold gratitude for exactly where we are? And in the ways that we don't love it, can we work on surrender? Can we work on handing it up and allowing ourselves to be guided, and to even trust in the process that this isn't a breakdown, this is a breakthrough. And it's happening for us as a collective, but it's happening for us on an individual level as well. And I think the work this week is to find gratitude in even the littlest places, in even the smallest areas, because if you allow it, the heaviness of this energy will take over, will feel very strong. And it's so important that we're trying to balance that out, while also honoring whatever emotions want to come through, honoring what wants to happen for us, because this is all part of the journey. This is all part of the process. I think that what's important for us to keep in mind here is that this is, at the end of the day, all about continuing to move us in the direction of honoring our most authentic selves, but also moving in the direction of freedom. This is ultimately about freedom, whatever that looks like for each and every one of us, because I think that that's really different individually. But ultimately, this is giving us the keys to set ourselves free. And so I think that we also, while we're going through things and we're deciding what gets to come with us into this next chapter that I think I'm feeling is going to be kind of developing as we get toward the end of the year, we want to take a look at what continues to belong and what is going to be most aligned for us, and what is aligned with the version of ourselves that we are now, not the version of ourselves we were even a year ago, because I feel like that's changed a lot. We've been through a lot as a collective, and we've grown, and there's so much beauty even in that. And can we take that step back, and can we see that the beauty that has happened for us? And it is happening for us. I think that's really important that we keep that in mind. There is a bigger picture at play here. We didn't come here to be comfortable. And whenever I express my frustration when I'm connecting with the angels, that is a message that I get again and again and again. Do you think that you came here to be comfortable? We didn't. We came here to grow. We came here to learn. We came here to work on ourselves. We came here to heal. And ultimately, we came here to work toward freedom and creating heaven here on earth. But we don't get that without doing the work. So honoring what's coming up for you and not running away from it, not being afraid of it. We talked a lot a few weeks ago about not numbing. It's really important that those things that we do to numb ourselves, that we're not leaning on those too much, that we're trying to let ourselves go through it and do the work so that we can move into this new chapter lighter and more free, and with the kinds of circumstances in our lives that are going to support us on our best life path. And I encourage us all to consider the fact that we may not know what that looks like, but God absolutely knows what that looks like. So we need to lean into that. We need to trust that, and to continue to put our intentions out there. That doesn't mean you don't get to set intentions. That doesn't mean that you don't get to ask for what you want. But if you see something not moving in the direction that you want it to go, trust that there's a bigger picture. Trust that maybe there's something greater for you, or something that would be a better fit for the collective as a whole. So lots going on here with the energy. Let's take a look at the card, the Six of Cups. This to me is us, if we're using that description of the energetic move, going through our stuff, taking a look back, reflecting back, taking a look at things, being triggered. You're going to be triggered left and right this week. Let yourself breathe, let yourself center, let yourself connect with peace. If you're in my membership, use the energy sessions. The energy sessions are, especially this month, was all about centering and peace. It was filled with centering and peaceful energy, so that you have tools to help support you in this month. But whatever gives you peace, whatever centers you, right? But focus on those things and let yourself go back. Let yourself process things. Let yourself take a look at the good, the bad, and the ugly, and see the beauty in all of it. Find the beauty in all of it. Four of Wands in reverse. Us taking a look at maybe soul contracts that have come to a close that we've been ignoring. Us taking a look at where it's time for us to end a commitment. And that doesn't have to be a relationship. That can be a commitment to anything. That can be a toxic habit that you have somehow committed yourself to, and it's time to walk away from that. It's time to shake things up. It's time to take a look at what no longer aligns. And there are some things that you will want to move with you into this new energy, but there are some things that you won't. You don't get to take it all with you, right? It's time to release some things, and that's really hard. We have the Tower, right? So if you don't release it, the universe is going to do it for you in some cases. I think that we're going to have this week a lot of unexpectedness. And part of what we need to do is to understand that this is all part of setting us free. This is all part of us putting on our best life path. And the universe cannot break down anything in our lives that was built on a solid foundation to begin with, or that still aligns. So understand that anything that is falling down, falling apart, changing for you, let it go. Let it flow. Let yourself allow it, so that you're able to move into this new energy lighter and ready to take on the blessings that are wanting to come into your life. We have the Chariot card, moving on, moving forward, choosing to move in the direction of the things that we're excited about, choosing to trust God to drive our car, right? The Chariot card is so much about letting, these are representative of letting God, letting the universe lead the way. He has no reins. And this is all about trusting, surrendering, and even if you don't see the bigger picture, even if you don't understand it, it's all part of a process. The Eight of Pentacles, continuing to focus on fine-tuning our craft, the things that matter to us. What do we want to invest our time and our energy into? And if we can invest our time and our energy into the things that connect with our heart, that we're passionate about, that we're excited about, they are going to pay off. But it's really important that we are inviting God to be a part of the process. So what I mean by that is sometimes we have this vision of how things need to be or how we want things to be, and it's really short-sighted. It's not the best picture for us. And so we also have to trust that what is showing up for us is meant to show up for us. And can we lean into those things that we feel even a little bit excited about, right? And can we work on those things that we know are a part of what we're here to create, right? So if you've gotten any message about this is what I'm here to do, this is aligned with my purpose, this is what I'm meant to do, put your time and your energy into that, or put your time and energy into those things that you know really matter to you. That's never going to be a bad investment. But also think about where you are making bad investments with your time and your energy, because we don't have time for that anymore. The universe is calling you to do things differently. It's calling us to do things differently. The Eight of Swords in reverse. It's time for us to set ourselves free from a prison of our own making. Where is fear controlling your life? Where is this fear of moving forward controlling your life? Where is this fear of stepping into the unknown controlling your life? It's time to set ourselves free, even if we don't know what we're stepping into. But what we're stepping into is the Ace of Wands, something new and exciting, something that we're passionate about, something that is aligned with our purpose, something that provides us with fulfillment, something that helps us to feel like we're making a difference here in this world. These are just incredibly important messages. I hope that they align for you guys. If they do, I always appreciate a share, a like, a comment, however you feel called to respond to this. It's a really nice way to exchange energy with me, and it helps to support the channel as well. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you soon with another video. Take care, guys.